You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Michael G, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request and for bringing back some Black Sabbath down the rabbit hole. And the song today is When Death Calls.
Ooh, thank you so much, Michael G, for bringing Black Sabbath back down the rabbit hole. I'm so excited to get into When Death Calls.
It's your time. Michael, thank you so much for this write-up. I actually don't know this song, don't know who's singing for Black Sabbath on this one as well, so I'm really excited to get something new from Black Sabbath. All right, this is what your write-up says. So this is from 1989. Oh, okay. This is a great song with Tony Martin as the singer, who is, in my opinion, the most underappreciative singer in the rock history. I don't even know Tony Martin, and if I do, I'm really sorry. Please enlighten me. This is a lyric video. As you'll see, Tony Iommi, the lead guitar and the music writer, invited his best friend, Brian May from Queen, to do the solo on this one. And it is remarkable in that Brian May did a very Sabbath-style solo, which sounds nothing like his work with Queen. Very cool.
So cool.
That's amazing. You get someone from Queen coming in, and you have a different singer that I've never heard for Black Sabbath.
Yeah, this is amazing. I know Queen. I love Queen. Like, Queen and ABBA are my shit. So I'm so excited to have Brian May coming down from Queen to do a solo on this. So stoked. Michael, thank you so much for bringing Black Sabbath back down the rabbit hole. This is so cool that When Death Calls is a song that neither Kyle or I have heard before. Yeah. And this is from 1989 with a guitarist we know from Queen, but a lead singer we don't know. His name was Tommy, so I'm really excited to get into this. Tony Martin, so sorry. So I'm really excited to get into this with Tony and to see kind of what the change is now that we don't have Ozzy. Yeah, so this is going to be really cool. If you guys are as excited to be here with us, let us know by liking this video. Comment down below what your favorite Black Sabbath singers is, or even what songs from each singer were your favorites down in the comment section below. Sorry. Can you pause it?
Yeah.
I felt you squeezed my name when I said what your favorite singers were, and then I didn't want to create controversy.
Huh?
So you know how, like, there's that Tarja issue with the 3 different singers?
Oh, no, you're good.
Then I got in my head as soon as I said what your 3 favorite singers, like, who your favorite singers were with.
No.
So it just...
You're fine. No worries. Excuse me.
I'm just going to start off at, let us know in the comment section below what your, okay, 3, 2, 1. Let us know in the comment section below what some of your favorite songs from the different singers from Black Sabbath are, and subscribe to this video if you haven't already.
Thank you so much, Michael and Chronicans. Thank you for being here. I know you said Tommy because that's actually the guitarist for Black Sabbath, so that makes sense. And also, you've heard Dio sing for Black Sabbath as well already, so that was the other singer, and we love them both. And I don't know Tony at all, and I kind of just looked up a little bit to see what other bands he went to after Black Sabbath, and I don't know any of the bands, but I found out his nickname's The Cat. Here we go. Even the album looks so different too.
Wow.
Glad we got some lyrics.
He saw the world dim with the glow of the vertical sun.
Wow.
His skin crept cold, knowing that this was the hours of dying.
god, this voice.
Spirit of man cannot be
Yeah!
This is the house of Zion. The spirit of man can be free. There's no tomorrow. Just an evil shadow.
Wow! This is stunning.
Tell me now.
Okay, wow. Like, I'm just mesmerized. And there was this line that they were talking about, like, the skin, like, freezing up, essentially, right? And,
Yeah.
like, it's so cold where we are. Like, you could literally get frostbite just from walking from school to home. Like, we're not even sending kids to school because of just how cold it is, right? So, and to have this album looking like it's just a frozen wilderness, and when death calls, there's no real way to escape it once you can feel the crackling of the skin. It's like it's a little too far at this point.
Absolutely. His
Tony.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
I'm like, don't say the wrong thing. Tony's voice is amazing.
Yeah,
oh my god, that voice fits this band perfectly. Michael, I understand why you say he's such an underrated singer, because he just has such a beautiful voice. Listening to this, I wouldn't even know that was the Queen's guitarist.
Right, I think it's specifically for the solo itself, but maybe he's playing the whole thing as well, which could be happening.
And I could have just misinterpreted, but I definitely was like listening, and I'm like, nah, this is pure Black Sabbath through and through.
100%.
So beautifully done.
And for me, I always stayed away from the non-Aussie Black Sabbath, so thank you for challenging me to go check out the Dio and the Tony version as well.
Tell me not. Fear of the flames means that heaven is closer. For I believe Satan lives in the souls of the dying.
Wow, powerful line.
Misguided mortals, you burn with me. Spirit of man cannot be
Wow, that's some feeling of yeah.
Ooh, nice switch up.
Yeah.
Don't look in those sunken eyes. Don't look, and you'll stay alive. Don't laugh in the face of death. Your tongue will blister. Can't die until Satan says you die, and Satan takes your soul.
Oh my god.
That was an insane solo.
They're so good.
Oh my god. I love that this video actually showed Brian
When he
May
was coming in
when he
for the
came
solo.
in.
Yeah. Because that's what I think, that's what you said in your write-up. Like, because Tommy produces the music himself. He's a composer. He's also the guitarist himself. So then he's kind of keeping the rhythm going, those slow kind of picking like riffs that he had there. But then Brian May sounded so much like a Black Sabbath solo there, while still feeling a little bit of Queen in that.
Still felt a little bit of Queen. Still had that
still his style.
upbeat style that you expect with Queen. So beautifully done. So happy to see Brian May.
Yeah, no kidding. I love that line.
Wow.
Wow, that was making me move. Is the album called Nightwing? No, that's another song. But that was incredible. And even like, this is not a slight. What I want to say about this is I almost wish it finished a minute and a half earlier, right after the solo. And then if they sent it off without bringing the lyrics coming back, I think it would have hit me a little different. But because it came on, there was a tiny bit of like, oh, this is happening again. Okay, I have to just get through this. Where if I didn't think about that for one, it would have been perfection for me. But because of that, it wasn't quite perfection for me. But then it's like I'm saying, like I didn't want to say that to diminish it at all, because the singer, the guitarist, everyone was on fire here, and the lyrics were incredible too. Like you just think about Satan's in the souls of the people who are dying.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and then we all know what people do when they know they're on their deathbed. Like there's some people, like Breaking Bad is all about that, where he knows he's gonna die, and then he becomes this kingpin type of person. And I think that was
the perfect place for him to put that line where it says Satan lives in the heart of those who are dying.
Yeah.
Because it's like in those moments, like you just said with Breaking Bad, it's like it wasn't until he was dying that he became that person.
Walter became Heisenberg.
Right? So crazy solo. When they finished it off like that, and it just kind of kept with the repeating and then slowly tapering off, it felt very like, at least for me and all of the Black Sabbath songs that I've listened to, it just felt very traditional Black Sabbath.
Exactly.
And that's kind of how I've noticed that Black Sabbath tends to end all of their songs, is it has like one more chorus and then goes in and then tapers and then builds into the next song going into the album.
You're right.
And that's kind of, so like it felt very Black Sabbath regardless of the singer. It followed Black Sabbath traditional like music, how they do their music. So happy to see Brian May come in with that solo. I love that solo. And I think it was the correct way to kind of end it after the song. I think it was a little bit too long because then it kind of makes you forget about the Brian May solo as much.
Exactly. That should have stamped it there. Right?
And I think the Brian May solo should have stamped it there and then maybe had one more chorus and tapered off
30 seconds taper.
Yeah, and then a 30-second taper instead of a 1 minute taper.
That's what I think,
and I agree with you on that part because that Brian May solo was just so amazing. This song is amazing too. Lyrically, it's gorgeous. It has it's saying so much in the message of the song. It is traditionally phenomenal Black Sabbath all the way through. And I think the main singer was absolutely phenomenal as well.
Yeah, that's who I was going to bring up because Tony felt like a perfect blend of Dio and Ozzy together. And if I didn't know this was Tony, I might have accidentally interpreted this as Dio singing. That's how similar it felt for me. And I believe Tony is the second longest running singer for them, so he actually has a lot of work with them, and I did not know that. That's why I mean, it's like you miss so many decades when you just drop them off if you only listen to them from a certain part of a singer, right? So you miss a lot of a band.
And I think that happens a lot with like diehard fans because you get like change regardless of what the change is terrifying. So I think for a lot of diehard fans, when suddenly their lead singer changes, whether it's Ozzy or Dio or even Tony going into this. Tony going into this. So sorry. I think that really does affect the fan when they're wanting to listen to the music because it's just that change is so different. But honestly, Tony has such an amazing voice. I love that he has almost like the best of both other singers, Ozzy and Dio, coming into the song and being able to kind of make it his own while it's still feeling Black Sabbath, and the band as a whole didn't lose its feel as more new singers came in.
Yeah, not everyone loves the substitute teacher, right? But and obviously they're not substitutes. They took over and became their own and had their own time with them. So that's really cool. That's why Black Sabbath is one of the biggest bands in the whole wide world. And as y'all know probably, and if you haven't heard the story, the first time I came to this house when we moved in here, I christened the house by playing Black Sabbath on the guitar in the basement, and we summoned the Black Sabbath demon, and now we've been on this metal journey ever since.
Absolutely, we have. It was a ton of fun. We were all afraid of the basement for a while, and now it's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't go down there.
But don't go in the basement. Anyways, peace and love, everyone. Take care.
Thank you so much, Michael. God bless.
Bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.
Thank you so much for making it all the way to the very end of the video. And if you have not yet done this, here's an easy way to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, here's an easy way to do that as well.
And if you are also interested in finding a video that you might like, just click here. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care. Bye for now.